Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I don't know how many people here have ever seen spirits, but I've seen a couple of my deceased family members, but I've also seen Mary Curie on a number of occasions, actually. I think my very first time seeing her, I was actually traveling in Poland. I had gone to visit her statue and asked her to give me an idea for a computer game that I was writing. I was writing an ultimate tic-tac-toe AI at the time. And then I left to go back to downtown Warsaw, and the following day I was going to go to Gdansk Bay, and I was doing some reading online and elsewhere about pickup lines to use when I see any girls I like there. And on my way into the city, Mary Curie directed me to what she said was one of her favorite restaurants in Warsaw. Now looking back at it, probably not true because it probably didn't exist back then, right? But I went in there, and it was an older girl. I want to say a little bit older. Think a hybrid. Think an older version of Polish idol Lisa Janazi, right? Pretend she were like 50 years old. And she had given me some suggestions about some pickup lines that I could use. And did it go well? Not really. I mean, I'm not talking to anybody that I met back then, obviously, right? And but I had a good time anyway. It was one of my first sightings of Mary Curie. And 3 years ago, when I was really frustrated, when I first moved to the Phoenix area, every time I would see her, she would tap on my shoulders holding this rock, and I would always get like a burn sensation, like almost a radiation burn. And in the vision, it's always a cubic form of crystal, and I looked up what a polonium crystal would look like, and it was very similar, because there are simulations online, right? And it was very similar to the crystal structure that I saw online. So I assumed that she was holding a piece of polonium, and I always got a burn. Sometimes the burn would last a month or two. I don't know what was causing it. A year and a half ago, I was making bismuth crystals one time. You guys remember those geodes that I made? It was in a spherical mold, and I would get it to crystallize into a geode. And one time while I was doing this, I saw a burst of light come out of the geode. And when I poured it, it was a very different structure than what I'm familiar with bismuth. It looked more like the actual structure of polonium-210 that I found online. And I put the crystal aside. I was going to show it to, I have a friend who's a coin dealer. He has an XRF gun to test what I have. I thought maybe I got a impure batch of bismuth. After all, I order it from China. I thought maybe it was contaminated with some other metal that formed different crystal structures. I wanted to see what it was. And I put it in a separate box in a one of those Tupperware containers that I had. And later on, when I went to look for it, I couldn't find it anymore. I think what had happened was I was very sleep deprived, and I hallucinated the entire incident. But it was Mary Curie's way of letting me know she was there. And then I went to Taiwan for my grandmother's funeral. My grandmother was 91 years old, so she and Mary Curie coexisted for a number of months here on Earth. I asked my grandmother to talk to Mary Curie, to give me some scientific ideas, and also to set me up with one of her great-great-granddaughters. And for some reason, I felt compelled to reopen an online dating account that I had not used in many, many, many years. And I met somebody. Let's keep it at that because it's an ongoing saga at the moment. I came back home to the United States, and I continued to use the dating app with very little success here in the United States. I wanted to see how other guys would interact with girls, so I created an account with Mary Curie's profile. I wrote that I was recently widowed. My husband had died. in a tragic car accident while crossing the street. He was thinking about his nuclear research ideas, and he got run over. And long story short, the Mary Curie account got hundreds and hundreds of likes. But before I could open them, the account got closed. And Mary Curie was so upset at me. I woke up the next day with radiation burns all over both arms. She was so upset at me and told me to just be myself. And that's what I've been doing to some varying degree of success. So that's good. Now, what was really funny was that when I created the Mary Curie account, I love her so much that I actually tried to put her real birthday in there, November 7, 1867. But the account won't let you go back that far. So apparently, I almost think that's a form of age discrimination, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.